Let me know when we're live.
We are.
Okay.
You can start. You can now say all the things that will get you canceled.
Thank you, Kraken.
It's the opposite of
Oh,
normally what
boy.
you say. Don't say anything that'll get you canceled. Not that we say anything that would get us canceled. It's just.
Yeah.
Just
Imagine what Abigail heard.
I mean, I look at some of what the min-maxers do, and I say, this is... Oh, God, it's echoing in my ears.
Is it through me or you just
There we go.
have the video up?
It was my end. I had the video waiting to go, and it just started talking in my ears. Anyways, problem solved. But yeah, we're not going to be doing any maniac war crimes. Well, not on purpose, anyways. Well, I'm not. You can do what you want.
Hooray!
Okay. You are familiar with 4X games, is my understanding. The basic concept of them: explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. That is, well, kind of Stellaris. It's a real-time 4X grand strategy game set in a sci-fi universe. In general, you are going to take control of an empire as they first discover faster-than-light technology, the ability to quickly travel between stars. And you'll build an empire spanning across the stars, as many other AIs and one other person, me, does the same as well. You will expand your borders, claim new areas and resources, exploit those resources, found new colonies to, produce stuff as well. And, of course, war. War happens, whether that's for resources, territory, just because you don't like that guy's face over there, whatever your reason is, or whatever the other guy's reasoning is,
Hoenn likes
all
the color
sorts
green.
of fun reasons. Yeah, sure. Good luck declaring war on me. Briefly, I'm not going to get into the details of settings, but what I will tell you is that we're playing on purely default settings with one change. I have set it up so that you and me will spawn close to each other, so that we can help each other. I also will tell you that I am not going to go and try to conquer you or anything. I am trying to help you in this playthrough.
Aw,
So, that also puts the difficulty on Cadet, second to bottom. Player gets bonuses to make it easier for them, which, yeah, you probably need. So, obviously, to actually play, you need an empire. Oh, right, one other thing I'll mention. Because you are playing with me hosting, you have access to all DLC content, because I do. Whenever you're playing with me, you have literally everything. So, when it comes to an empire, they all are at the beginning of FTL, of course. This is Stellaris. At the person chat, on YouTube chat at least. But, as for the empire, right, you have two real choices here. Either you could pick a preset, which you're currently scrolling through all the presets, and that's perfectly fine. Alternatively, one of the big things that Stellaris lets you do is create your own. You can mix and match all sorts of small details to create any empire you want. I, of course, have played quite a bit, so I have some existing ones, so I have my own. If you don't know what to play, the recommended default for a new player is the United Nations of Earth, because it gives you something familiar, humans. It also gives you one that's xenophilic, so you get bonuses in diplomacy, which makes it less likely people are going to be jerks to you. But you can run anything you want. If you want to go create your own and create some monstrosity, go for it. And I can guide you through that if interested. Or you can poke through the pre-created ones. In the end, whatever you create will almost certainly be fine, because I'll make sure there's nothing really weird in there. Okay, so we're gonna create.
Oh no, I'm just looking. Holy
Okay.
shit! There's a lot of buttons.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. Keep in mind you'll have less options when you're on the screen by yourself, because again you have access to
All
everything
them
right now.
birds. I didn't know. Marsh had so many friends.
Marsh does have a lot of friends here.
We have to go with the water species. No, we don't. We'll just go with we'll go basic here. We'll go humanoid, or the United Nations of Earth, as you said, just a good starting point.
Sure. So yeah, to give a rundown on the details here, every empire has a couple things. I need to go select mine anyway, so I'll just look at UM&E to explain this real quick. Every empire has a couple things. A species, right? You start with, one species. You don't know aliens exist yet. And of course for you, those are humans. Every species has some traits that make them better at certain things, the green traits, and worse at others, the red traits. For example, humans are wasteful. We
Really?
waste a lot of stuff, yes.
Whoa.
We also like moving around a lot. They're migratory. They don't mind moving to other planets, and they are able to handle a wide variety of different environments. You also have an existing government, which, that can vary a bit. But in a nutshell, your government is your authority type, your democracy, which works like you would expect. It's pretty easy to understand given that you live in a democracy, supposedly. Ethics, xenophile, you're more friendly with others. It makes it easier to be
But I
friendly
hate
with
others! Sorry.
And you're fanatically
breaking news on
egalitarian,
crappy
which means
live
equality
stream.
for all is very, very important. You also have idealistic civics, which are specific details about the government. Idealistic foundation, society was founded on strong idealistic values. Whether the current government remains true to them or not, the people have not forgotten. So basically people are happier living here. And beacon of liberty, the society is a shining beacon of light in a sea of darkness. Liberty and individual freedoms are held in the highest regards here, which gives various benefits that I'm not going to explain right now because it'd probably be too confusing.
Are we sure, Hohen, that all of those are true?
Well, somewhat small in the office in the UNA.
Let's not play the game. Let's talk politics, Hohen.
This is the part where I make Kraken pick a not humans, so we avoid that topic entirely. Not
Be a
really.
bot.
Time to go to aquatic. Let's go learn some. Let's go play some fish.
Beach.
I have an aquatic empire I could run.
No, we'll go back to humans. It's first run.
Yeah,
Be simple.
UNE is best for that. Worst case, if you hate it, we can always just start a fresh one for the next run.
I
through
can
and
blow
take that
everybody
knowledge.
up. Oh, or that.
Correct. Or something like that, whichever.
I declare war on everybody. Good luck, Hohen.
Where is the ready button? Oh, there we go.
I hadn't pressed ready because I was looking at different stuff, Hohen.
Oh,
I was
no, you're
ready,
good.
then I
Take your time.
unreadied. Want my mic.
Are you ready now?
I,
If you're ready now, I'll hit start, but I just want to make sure you're back. I'm not going to. Kraken, if I fight you, you know what's going to happen. Whatever. I'm going to kick your ass.
let's go. Let's
If I
fight
have to.
Hohen. Frame 1. I declare war on Hohen.
You don't
You
even
will not
know
last.
where I am in the game. And I don't know where you are either.
I declare
You
war on
can't
Hohen.
declare on someone that you don't know exists.
I declare war on the entire galaxy.
You know what? I support this. You should go for it, Kraken.
My God.
I think you can take him.
Oh look, it's Earth.
You have a little bit of lore.
Damn, they picked Juno of the options here in the asteroid belt, not Ceres. Kind of surprised.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and have a look around. I know you're probably curious at looking at things, so take your time and tell me when you're ready, and I'll get started on some stuff.
Just go ahead and get started on some stuff because it's Paradox game. You got to start somewhere, and it's just better to start.
Yeah, alright. So, we're gonna start real simple. What I'm gonna do here is I'm going to... Close chat, thank you. I'm going to keep an eye on your stuff via the stream. If I see a problem, I will pause it and help you address it. For the most part, I'm going to follow a logical order. For example, we're not really going to mess with your planet right now because explaining the economy is probably not the highest priority at this second. You got a 50% bonus to all your output because of the difficulty settings, which is going to help. And no, you can't terraform Earth right now, sorry.
All you
I
need to
don't
know
know
about
if you
the
want to.
economy is line go up at all times.
I mean, yes.
Even if it's fake,
So-
even if it's a fake line, go up. And it
Line
doesn't-
go up.
Even if line does not truly represent any positive attributes.
Let me give a basic rundown on the top bar first. Why not? We'll start with that. On the very top bar, you have various icons. You have a yellow lightning bolt, a red gem, green apple, and so forth. These are your resources, and the first 6 of them plus, well, yeah, mostly those first 6, then you skip 2, and the 2 after that, which would be not the purple one, the one after that.
Unity and research.
Unity and yeah, those are your most important ones. Influence is still somewhat important, in the things under the diamond category, whatever, is also somewhat important, but that's a mishmash of different things that aren't important at all right now, because you're not getting any of those till much later. Anyways, the key thing is those are your most important resources, right? The first one, the yellow one, is energy credits. In general, represents power. It's one of your basic resources. Minerals, the red thing, is basic building materials. Food. I'm sure you could figure out what food is used for. I would hope it's obvious, at least. You eat it. People eat it.
I'm sure you could hear me belly slap.
Yes.
I got you.
Oh, God.
I just had some pizza.
Give me some. Give me some.
I ate it all.
Damn it. Come
That
on,
sandwich
Kraken.
from
You
Wawa.
gotta share with the class.
It's a personal pan. Personal's in the name.
But what if I want some?
Gotta share.
You can pay $3 to Pizza Hut for their personal pan deal they do on
Fine,
Tuesdays.
whatever. Fine. Energy credits, minerals, and food are your basic resources. They're the most basic and easiest to produce. We'll get into the details of how they're produced a bit later, but you could probably already guess that some of them are just obtained in space. Consumer goods are the first of the manufactured resource. They represent, in very broad strokes, anything people need to do work or and also luxury goods. You know, things like buying a Nintendo Switch 2. Alloys, the pink and purple bars, represent refined metals, kind of like steel is to iron. It's used to build spaceborne structures and ships, so it's pretty important. The gray ring, I'm not even sure what it's supposed to represent, represents trade, which is a bit weird. Trade kind of represents both currency and movement of goods. It's weird. The light blue swirly thing called Unity, bit further over. It's not under that tab. I'm only talking about the core ones right now. I guess I'll talk about the purple one as well, but I'll cover Unity first. Unity is one of the intangible resources. It's not a physical thing you hold. It more or less represents society's collective resolve and ideological strength. Yeah, whatever that means. You gain it over time. It's useful. And of course, research represents how quickly you research new technologies. Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Lastly, the purple one, influence, is not something you produce like the other ones. Influence is primarily used to claim new locations, new star systems. Speaking of which, you've managed to get to the star map. Oh wait, you've opened the claims menu accidentally. Can you press X on the claims menu there in the corner? On the left-hand side?
I did. It just takes a second, my guy. Just for patience.
Come on, Owen.
Anyways, you can swap between. You can go into any system map by clicking on the system, and you can go back to the galaxy map by pressing M or clicking the galaxy button at the bottom. But yeah, those are the two maps you're primarily going to look at. Sometimes at the system map, but the most of your time is honestly going to be spent on the galaxy map, because that's the biggest view you're going to use. What we're going to do here is a couple things. We're going to address the big things that are lighting up at the top of your screen saying, pay attention to me. And then we're going to go ahead and start with the beginning of a 4X game, which is explore and expand. So at the top of your screen, there's the 3 magnifying glasses with icons in them with the shiny borders around them. These are telling you, hey, you need to select a research, so let's do that. In Stellaris, research is not a tech tree like in Civilization. It's more fluid. Basically, there's technologies that come up in certain orders. You have to research certain techs to get to the next ones, but they'll appear randomly a bit. So right now, you're at all the techs you have are in that first group, and you get 3 of them at random given to you. If one of them under the green section has a gold border, that means it's a guaranteed option. It'll be there till you research it, and you'll still get 3 others. Basically, look through them and pick 1 from each. And yes, you do research 3 techs at a time, 1 from each category. The categories being blue physics, green society, which also includes biological stuff, and orange engineering. If you have questions or anything or want my advice, let me know, but I'm trying not to hold your hand too much.
Time to do some reading. Hooray for reading!
If you're not sure what a thing does and want to know more, feel free to ask, but otherwise take your time while I also pick my researches, because I can't forget to do that. How am I supposed to play if I don't get my stuff set up? None of those are really what I want. You know, we'll do that. We'll do that. All right.
Okay.
Okay, good stuff. So you got your researches selected. Great. There is one other little notification that you don't have to pay too much attention to, but I will tell you about the Empire timeline because it does tell you about it. The timeline is intended to be a bit of a thing. No, don't set it to conquest.
Aww.
It's intended to be a bit of a thing telling you the history of your empire, and it has various goals for you to obtain. When you attain those goals, you get bonuses towards that category, which unlocks guaranteed techs. It's supposed to, it was something introduced with the 4.0 update, and it's supposed to be something to help guide new players. I don't know how useful it is, honestly. Shrug. You could pick whatever category you want to start with. It'll give you more objectives from that category, but if you're going to pick one, I recommend either sticking with what it gave you, development, or swapping to exploration. It's free to swap to one at the start of the game, so yeah. It doesn't really matter. If you like what you have, you can close this and you can dismiss the notification by right-clicking it.
Yep. Well, like normal normal paradox stuff.
Yeah. I will add that Stellaris has really good tooltips, like nested tooltips. Everyone that I've talked to who came from other games says that the tooltips in Stellaris are great. So, yeah, if you're confused about something, try hovering over it.
Paradox is very good about that. They're very good about their explanations. Usually, there's very few exceptions. And they usually fix that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're bad.
There's also down in the very bottom right-hand corner the database with a magnifying glass on it. Big button at the bottom, very bottom row. Yeah, the data bank. You can search for things. So if you didn't know what an ally was, it's for specific terms, it's not Google. And it's certainly not going to tell you that. But if you need to look something up, they can go up in there. You also, of course, can ask me. Okay, so now let's actually get you going, right? Because we need to actually tell your people what to do. Go to the galaxy map. Yes, you can rotate. M to go to the galaxy map.
Got it.
Okay, so from the galaxy map, on your right-hand side, you have your outliner. This gives you an outliner of all the things in your empire. So you can see your planet, Earth, your military fleet, your utility ship, so a construction ship and a science ship, and your star bases, including, well, the only thing you have, which is your shipyard where you build ships. Let's start with that science ship. Select the science ship from the outliner.
Oh, there it is.
I'll wait for the stream to catch up. Okay. Science ships are part of the initial exploration and expansion. So, you are in the Sol system, of course. That's kind of where Earth is. But you want to expand out. You'll notice that the Sol system has various lines leading out to it to other systems, and those have lines leading to others, and so forth. Those are hyperlanes. In Stellaris, the method of FTL is hyperlane travel. Namely, to go from one system to another, you must travel to the edge of the system and pass through an invisible hyperlane to that system, right? So, for example, if someone, from our perspective here, wanted to go to Alpha Centauri from Sol, they'd have to go to the north end of the system, if we're looking at it from this perspective, and they would then charge up and perform a jump along the lane to arrive in Alpha Centauri very quickly, right? That's going to apply to all your ships. So with your science ship, you'll see various buttons in the box that appeared in the lower left-hand corner. One of which is called Survey.
Mm-hmm.
Reveals detailed information of celestial objects and may unveil anomalies or archaeology sites. All these systems, notice how only Sol's name is in white. All the other systems are gray named. That means they haven't been surveyed. You don't know what's in them. Well, you have a general idea for some of them, right? You could see, oh, there's certain bodies, but you don't know what resources might be there. And while you have an idea that there's habitable planets, that's what the orange planet icon means. There's a habitable planet. You don't have enough details about it yet. You need to survey those systems to be able to claim them, use them, whatever. So go ahead and click your science ship again, click survey, and then from the galaxy map, click the system, and it'll cue it to survey the entire star system. I recommend one of the two systems that has the habitable planet.
Let's go Alpha Centauri first.
Yep, sure. So it's now been queued. I will also tell you that you can queue multiple actions at a time by holding shift and then clicking the next place you want them to survey. So you could tell them to survey 4 systems in a row if you wanted. But you would have to click survey again to make that happen because you don't have it selected right now. The button would be orange if it's selected. So shift, hold shift, click, there you go. Perfect. You can queue as many as you want up to a certain number that I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. So they are now going to go do that, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a choice. A lot of times I like to build a second science ship and have 2 scientists go survey to speed things up. Do you want to do that, or you want to stick with 1 for now?
Let's go for the search.
Okay. On your outliner, select your shipyard, the Sol Station shipyard.
Mm-hmm.
Not the construction, there you go. So on that, there should be a shipyard tab at the bottom. Command Defense's Army Hub shipyard at the very bottom. This is where you go to build ships. Not typically military, utility ships, so build a science ship. So whenever you want to build construction ships, science ships, or colony ships, you go to a shipyard and click here. Military, there's a much better way to do it, which I'll explain when we get to that. For now, what you have is sufficient, and that costed 100 alloys of your starting 200, and you produce 13 per month. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unpause the game and leave it on minimum difficulty. If at any point you want to pause, you see the pause button in the corner, top right?
Yeah.
Where it says, you can just click that, it'll pause it. So, yeah, I'm going to hit go and let them go. And we'll just let them... and we'll just let everything run itself for a bit and just let the science ship do its survey. When you see the new science ship pop up in your sidebar, I'll explain how to give it a scientist. But go ahead and just watch this guy do his stuff for a bit, right? We'll take it nice and slow. And yes, your ships do get faster as you invent faster hyperdrives and similar. But obviously, they're a little slow right now.
Hold on, I got reading to do.
Oh, oh, you've made first contact already. Okay, good job. Normally you don't like instantly make contact. Normally there's a whole process for first contact. The type of empire you've just encountered is what's called a fallen empire. They are an incredibly powerful empire that doesn't really care about anyone and just wants to be left alone. Basically, don't screw with them and they won't screw with you. And you really don't want to screw with them. Isn't that right, Mav?
Don't listen to Hohen. Go poke them.
Yeah, have fun with that.
You will be our friends whether you want to or not.
They do not give a shit no matter what answer you pick, I'm pretty sure. But I don't think I'd be angry I always pick be nice to them because there's no way we'd want to be mean to them. And yes, enjoy the lore. There's a lot of good lore. Take advantage of it. Oh, and now you've got regular first contact too. What in the world? Alright, so you've made first contact. This is the first
Krakken's
contact.
getting stream sniped.
Yeah, I know. And it's not me. I literally
It's literally by
have
the bots. Literally by the bots.
Holy crap. Okay, so this is normal first contact. Outside of Fallen Empires, when you encounter an alien life form, and it may or may not be an empire, it might be space fauna or something else, right? Effectively space animals. You have to figure out who they are, if they're intelligent, etc. So it gives you a little bit of information. You hit interesting when ready, and then it'll give you more info.
What's the stage 2 mean? Obviously, they're above stage 1. I'm guessing
so
they're
it's a situation.
out?
It progresses over time. I don't know why it's starting in stage 2.
There we go.
But yeah, hit interesting. So now it's going to prompt you to assign an envoy to perform the first contact. In other words, try to contact them instead of ignoring them. Do you see that the box with the exclamation point and it says envoy under it? Click that. It doesn't matter who you assign. Envoys are all identical. They just have names and such because, yeah.
Their jobs and stuff don't matter.
It does not matter at all. All envoys are identical for mechanical purposes.
Especially if they're bots.
So what's going to happen here is they are going to try to establish first contact. This is going to take a while. When you're ready, you can close this. But when something happens, you'll get another pop-up in the corner, and they'll tell you. And over time, they'll tell you, oh, this happened, and we figured this out. Or we had a setback because we screwed up understanding their language or something. Whatever it happens to be. There is a possibility that if it's an empire and they're an asshole, they might try to hurt you or something. We'll see, but typically first contact is not a dangerous event. At this point, we're just going to, whenever you're ready, continue. Oh, did you build your new ship? Perfect. Yep. Okay, so leaders. Leaders are special characters that perform, well, big important tasks, such as governing an entire planet or leading a science ship, major science expedition. They have other people helping them on the ship, of course, but they're in charge. So hiring a scientist will cost a certain amount of unity, and it costs a little bit of unity per month, but it's definitely worth doing. If you want the one that's level 2, has the foot icon and the plus box, you'll have to wait until you have 175 unity, which we can wait a couple months if you want that one. Or you could pick up one of the other ones. Honestly, if it was me personally, I would wait for them. They seem like a really good choice based on what I'm seeing on the list here. So yeah, I'll unpause. When it's done, a science ship cannot survey until they have a scientist. So once you have 175 unity, do what you were doing, hire them, and I'll explain how picking traits works because they're level 2. You get to pick a trait, and yeah, we'll go from there.
I'm going to pause that so I can do that.
Please do pause whenever you need to. There you go. Hire. There you go. So look in the corner. You see the new icon that appeared?
Yep.
Well, you go ahead and give them orders first. That's fine. Tell them go survey things. Doesn't matter. Oop. You probably didn't hold shift.
I did. It unclicked the survey button for me.
You fat-fingered it. It's okay. Yep, you can just close that window with the X button to unselect the survey option. There you go. So, click the plus button and you'll get to pick a trait for them. This is technically a DLC thing, but yeah, basically you get to pick a trait. Wait, what's gifted? I haven't seen that one before.
Additional leader trait options +1.
Huh. Wonder when they added that. I know that's not in the newest update. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter which of these you pick. Just take a look through them and decide what you think makes the most sense. If you want my opinion, ask.
I took one.
Yeah, I think that was a good choice overall. That's going to help you with your early game surveying. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and unpause it by clicking the pause button again.
Guess I can just
And if you... Yep. You can dismiss notifications you no longer care about whenever you like.
For now, we just chilling, huh?
Yes, we're just
Like
going to chill for a bit.
Yeah.
We're going to chill for a bit. I'm not worried about your economy right now. I'm looking at your numbers, and as long as they're not red, you should be fine. That's my 2 cents right now. Size 23, fuming bog. Doable. So what he's doing is he's surveying that planet, and he's going to figure out what's on there. You'll see the name changes to white on that planet here in a minute.
I paused it.
That's fine. Yeah, basically what happened is you completed a task, so you gain progress towards other tasks. You don't need to worry too much about it.
That was an energy credit. It's okay. I was curious. New pop-up moment. I know what
No,
it
that's
says.
fine. You're fine. Please do take your time and pause stuff and look at stuff. It's what makes it fun when you get to see all the events and really get into it. I know some people like to min-max game, but I very much like to play for the story, so to say. As in playing each empire to the way that would make sense for the way I've designed their backstory and such.
Black hole over there.
Could be interesting.
Hey, look at that. There's the one. Get a tradition.
Ah, yes. So, this traditions is the key purpose of Unity. Unity builds up over time, and the cost for each tradition does increase over time, so it's not going to be 300 every time, just the first one. And it lets you unlock traditions. So to briefly explain this, these basically represent your society advancing and collectively agreeing on something and getting benefits from that. I guess that's one way to put it. There's probably a better explanation that I could pull up from the wiki or something, but yeah. In general, you can have 7 trees, as in you could pick 7 of these trees in total. However, the ones at the very bottom are ascension trees. You get 1 of those only, and you can't pick those until it's your 4th tree, and you have to do a little bit of an event to do that first. But yeah, cloning, cybernetics, mutation, all of those at the bottom are ascension trees. The ones that have the brown adopt button are available now. All of these have their uses in different ways. Domestication's also locked and politics, because there's certain things that aren't active yet, but they're not. If those things were available, they could be picked now. It's not you have to progress to the 4th thing or whatever. I encourage you to read the descriptions of them and see if it fits what you think would make sense, and yeah, take your time.
Good old Paradox games. Oops, all reading.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Who has time for reading?
You play this game.
And?
You know what? That makes sense with how terrible you are at managing your empire.
Let's.
Expansion is not a bad choice for the start. Expansion's better taken the earlier you take it if you're going to take it at all.
Council agenda available.
Since you were looking at it, I would mention that. There you go. So that is one that unlocks the tree. So you got the opening benefits mentioned when you hovered over expansion. One thing I'll mention, common new player mistake, they'll immediately open another tree. It's far better unless you have a plan, like occasionally I have a plan that involves opening multiple trees in succession, but for the most part, you want to finish a tree. There's 5 things in that tree. You'll want to take them with your next 5 tradition unlock things. All right, whenever you're ready. Oh yeah, the agenda things. We'll get to that when your agenda completes.
It should be heading to jump.
You gotta unpause.
Oh, I thought I did. Whoops.
System survey concluded.
All right, you're good. I'm mostly letting you control the pause button here.
Survey
So
concluded.
occasionally I may pause because I may need to do something. Oh, did it get the whole system?
It did.
Okay, cool. So if you go back to the galaxy map, you can now see the name of the systems in white. Pause that. You go ahead and read that. Yeah, I'll explain the system thing, then we can check first contact. So what that means is it's fully surveyed. Go ahead and read through that, and once you're done, I'll explain what that means.
It's the
So,
same people.
they're still
that we've
working.
done, yeah, they're working on it.
Yep,
there.
they had an update for you, so they're telling you what's going on, but they're still working on it. I'm pretty sure I know why the contact happened, but yeah, we'll see.
We'll spoil
I'm
that
not gonna spoil
later.
things. Exactly. We'll spoil it by encountering it. So a fully surveyed system means that you know what's in that system now. So you zoom in, you can see several bodies that have nothing on them. That's unfortunate, and several of them that have some energy credits. So if you claimed the system and had a construction ship build mining outposts on them, you could get those energy credits per month from that. This one has 4 total. It's not great. Honestly, the main reason I'd even take this is just to fill out my borders. Because, you know, having the territory is not a bad thing. But yeah, not necessarily a great system overall. Some systems are more valuable than others. For example, those with colonizable planets, pretty valuable, as you can probably guess. Those with a lot of resources, same kind of things. Sometimes certain locations are very promising for other things later that you might not know about. Whatever, right? So, I won't worry about having you claim that one yet. I'm going to wait for them to finish serving Alpha Centauri, then we'll talk about claiming systems and construction ships.
We're nearing there.
Yep. Might be very close. Well, they haven't surveyed Alpha Centauri 3 yet. That's why it's still orange.
Which is the one we're waiting on.
Yeah. Not to mention you're also waiting on the rest of the system. But yeah, you can already tell from here, because of the fact that you can literally see it's a continental world, because that's a continental world, that's going to be good for you. Namely because every species explaining habitable worlds, there's different types. There's 9 core types. That's another one. That's an Arctic world. As you can probably guess based on the description, it's different. You have dry worlds, deserts, savannas, arid, wet worlds, ocean, tropical, and continental, Earth-like, and cold worlds, tundra, alpine, and Arctic. From the Empire creation screen, it doesn't really matter which one you pick because it's not going to change anything for you. What it matters once you get in game, because your species has a habitability trait that matches your homeworld. So humans live best on continental worlds. They have base 80% habitability. The higher it is, the happier, more productive, and less problematic it's going to be for them to live on those worlds. So you ideally want to colonize continental worlds. Humans have a slight advantage. They are adaptive, meaning they get 10% more habitability on all worlds. So that means you'll have 90% on those base. Your homeworld gets an additional 20% because you originate from there, which pushes it to 100%. Of course, you're fully habitable on the planet you originated on. Kind of makes sense, right? But yeah, so your pop should be pretty happy living on the continental world surrounding you. And yes, it's no coincidence there's 2 continentals nearby. Those are your guaranteed habitables the game generates. Well, unless one of them's Arctic, in which case it's not. But if that's other one's Arctic, that means there's another continental world somewhere nearby.
Yeah, this is an Arctic.
In that case, you'll find another one somewhere around here. We'll deal with it later, though. So those 2 should give you 3 colonies and a good head start. As for the other types, anything within the same climate category, so wet worlds, tropical, and ocean, should have 60% for you because you come from the same climate category. And anything from cold, like Arctic worlds, or dry, will have 20%. Again, you're human, so add 10% to that, so it'll be 70 and 30. 70 is actually very workable, so you could colonize those as well if you find them, which is a distinct advantage. Either way, we'll wait for Alpha Centauri to be fully surveyed and then proceed. Unless, of course, some other random thing comes up in the meantime.
Should I be building something in my shipyard?
Nope. Shipyards don't need to actively constantly be building something. Really, the only time I have them building stuff is if I need new military ships or something, and right now I'm not personally too concerned about it. Alright, an archaeological site. This is one of the things you could randomly find. They can be excavated if you claim that star system, so you'll need to fully survey it and claim it, and then you can have a science ship excavate it, similar to a first contact event, but it's scientists on a science ship doing it. It's a little narrative event that gives you rewards as you progress through it. They're fun. I like them, and they give nice rewards. Sometimes anyways. You never know what you'll get out of them. I wouldn't worry too much about it right now, since it's not in your borders. You can't really survey it yet. But yeah, you found something.
It's good to have in the back of your head for later, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. He's just the UNS Einstein. Ha! Anyways, you've discovered a rare resource.
Yeah.
So there's 3 categories of resources I mentioned so far. Basics, EC, energy credits, minerals, food. Manufactured, consumer goods and alloys, and intangibles, research, unity, and trade. There's 2 other categories, actually, which is all under that diamond symbol. The first 3 icons, volatile motes, exotic gases, and rare crystals, are strategics. The other 4 are living metals, Zru, dark matter, and nanites. They're very situational. It's hard to get them. There's not a ton you can use with them. They're called rare resources.
I love drugs. First one I find is drugs. Fantastic.
You get that clipped on the stream.
Find magic. Kraken found magic space drugs.
I really did. That's crazy. Thanks. Thanks, Paradox.
Kraken's going to embrace his inner self or something and become psychic with the power of magic space drugs. But becoming psychic is a problem for, like, mid-game. So, or alternative options to that, whichever. We're not going to be concerned about it right now. You finished surveying it. So
Like,
surveying the planet
not
gives
the
you more
whole-
detail.
Not the whole galaxy yet. Or solar
I will
system.
explain the details of the planet once we're getting ready to colonize it. But yeah, go ahead and let him continue to survey the system, as you cannot claim it until he finishes surveying the system. You'll probably get a small event talking about the first surveying of a habitable world here in a bit, if you haven't already.
I have not yet.
It's just a text-based event.
Council agenda ready.
We have an agenda ready.
Okay, agendas, go ahead and click that. So let's talk a bit about your government. Not so much how they function, that part will be coming in the future, but what we do here. So this is your council. The council consists of your ruler, in this case called the president, and the other positions. You have a head of research, a minister of defense, and a minister of state, who are a scientist, commander, and official respectively. They do, they fulfill their jobs and give bonuses, basically. The overall council works on an agenda over time. You had one active at the start of the game called Infinite Opportunities or something like that. I can explain policies and edicts after I explain the council stuff. But basically, these agendas, they give you bonuses while they're being built up, and then when they're ready, you can click them and they give you a bigger bonus. So go ahead and hover over the big button in the middle. No, not on the sidebar, just the big giant glowing button in the middle. You see that? It says it's ready to launch. The current initial modifier is citizens are 4% happier. When you hit it, it's going to move to launch, which is going to replace it with a 10% bonus to happiness, which means they produce more stuff because they're happier. And this lasts for 10 years. Activating it also, yeah, you should. Whenever it's ready, you should launch. So click it. There you go. So now you get to pick a new agenda. So there's some that are launched. You can't pick one that's currently launched. You can't pick things that are unavailable, but any of the ones at the top you can pick. So feel free to read through them. And if you want my opinion, ask for it. What? Oh yes, and each tradition tree you unlocks an agenda. The expansion one is superior infrastructure, which probably not the best one to pick here. Personally, I think Evolving Society, and you picked it perfect. Yeah, Evolving Society is probably the best one early on because it gives you more unity and helps you build up your early
I
traditions.
feel like unity is important. That's exactly why I went for it. I feel like I've gotten that one. It's very useful.
Yep, so your thing does not update immediately, it updates when the month ticks over, so starting in December of 2201, you should see a slight increase to the amount of unity you get per month. We're going to skip factions for now because they form about 10 years in, so we're going to ignore them for now, they don't exist yet. Go ahead and go to Policies and Edicts, either by hitting Open Edicts or the tab at the bottom, doesn't matter which. Yeah, factions don't exist yet, so they're irrelevant. So, Policies and Edicts, starting with Policies on the left. Policies is basically your government's policies on different topics. You could change these once every 10 years or whenever a leader change occurs, which can happen pretty frequent. Well, whenever a leader change occurs if you're a democracy, which you are. But yeah, these affect certain things. You can hover over the options to see the details. In general, I recommend leaving these options on the defaults. Later on, you might want to change diplomatic stance, but for now, it's 10% cheaper to claim star systems is kind of good in the early game. Later on, something like cooperative would probably be more recommended, but beyond that, like, unless there's something you look at it and go, why would I want that? I'd probably leave things as default. But whenever you're ready, I can explain edicts.
Go for it.
So on the right-hand side, we have edicts. So first off, in the top right-hand corner, you see the little gavel icon. It says 0 out of 15. That's your edict funds. Every edict has an initial cost in Unity to activate, which is going to be 6 or 11 respectively. And it's going to have a monthly upkeep, which is edict funds first, then Unity if you don't have enough. So you have 3 options available, and you can activate as many of them as you want, but you know that might cause things to cost more stuff. Looking at the one you're hovering over, encourage political thought, right? That's going to increase the chances that pops change their ethics, which is probably not particularly
Revolution time, Hohen!
Why would you want them to revolt against you? Also, they have no influence to change right now. because
Hey,
they're pretty happy.
hey. Stop putting down his ideas, okay?
Okay. Land of Opportunity. That actually would be pretty useful for encouraging people to come to your empire, which isn't useful right now. Honestly, none of these are particularly useful. If you really wanted to activate one for the sake of activating one, I'd probably look at Fortify the Border, which lets you build more star bases, shipyards, and such. Either way, not too important for now. The key point is the monthly upkeep would be managed by your edict funds, and it wouldn't cost you unity per month unless you go over that amount. Then it would start to do that. That's not the case, though, so it's not an issue. Either way, yeah. Oh, that's not a tundra. I thought that was one of my habitables.
We're hauling.
A size 23 volcanic world. No, where are you? If you're looking for where I am, zoom out a minute. Okay, so you see where you are?
Mm-hmm.
Go from your capital, draw a line
registered.
straight towards the edge of the galaxy, the outer edge. You see where it says something Veil up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gammas Veil. I'm to the left of that. From your perspective, I'm to the left of the Gammas Veil. A couple more over than that.
Okay, doesn't matter. I'm just curious. General, just
Yeah, that general area. I will, you know what, I'm just going to send something down to get first contact started.
Wow. Wow. No, you don't worry about it.
Yeah, screw you.
Just do your normal stuff.
No, it's okay. I've got these ships that I don't know what to do with right now. I'm just sending the military to come say hi real quick. Oh, you're selecting stuff, sorry.
Starbase influence cost. What is...
So what that means is whenever you go to claim a system that you've surveyed, it costs a certain amount of that purple influence. That makes it cost less to claim new systems. That's not a bad choice, honestly.
Right.
The other one makes colonies grow faster, which, you know, that's not a bad second
That's
choice.
not useful there yet. That's next.
Not
That's
quite
up
yet.
next.
It'll
Yeah.
be very soon, but not quite yet. You are correct.
So should I investigate?
Oh, you got a thing. So anomalies, right? These are unusual things that show up. You can investigate them if you want. Personally, what I do is I usually at the very beginning ignore them, and then I assign a science ship to automatically go find the anomalies that we found and check them. Basically, in the
B for
beginning,
now.
I want them to, yeah. Basically, in the beginning, I say survey for now so I can get my initial borders expanded, and then we can go look at them later. That's how I do it anyways. But it's certainly not a bad thing to do it your own way. Plus, they're fun. There are a lot of lore and interesting things, so yeah, have fun with it, you know? You may unpause whenever you're ready. I'm in a menu doing something,
Oh.
but I certainly can multitask.
Unpause.
Whenever you're ready, I'm doing something, but it's not a problem given everything.
Anomalous readings
Got
registered.
another anomalous reading.
Yeah, anomalies are
System
not all that
survey
unusual. You'll find
concluded.
plenty of them. And that is
Oh, I got
far.
Alpha Satori done.
Okay, cool. Alright, so go ahead and, yeah, if you want to read those and close those, that's fine. You can also just dismiss them, doesn't matter.
I already have.
Go ahead and press M to go to your galaxy map.
Okay.
Alright, from your sidebar, your outliner, select your construction ship that's been sitting waiting. The UNS Jordan, I believe, is what it's called.
God damn it, Jordan.
Right. Yeah. Construction ships do two things in general. Well, more than two things, but two things right now. They claim systems by building outposts in those systems. And that's going to cost alloys to build the things and influence, which is going to depend on how far away it is. The farther away it is, and that's by number of jumps to get to the systems from your borders, the more it costs. That's why the general rule of thumb is only claim systems directly connected to your border. If you want something 2 jumps away, claim something directly next to it and then that, because it'll be cheaper. So with that button selected, hover over Alpha Centauri on the map, and
Okay.
it'll tell you the cost. Yep, or, well, either way. Yeah, I guess you have to be zoomed into the map and hover over the star to see it, but it doesn't really matter. Key point, you want to claim it, so it'll go do that now. The other thing science ships can do is, you know how there's stuff in that system, like energy credits and similar? It can exploit those resources by building mining or energy
stations.
collecting stations. In fact, I highly suggest you use some of your alloys to build a second construction ship, so you can have one of them focused on claiming systems and one of them set to automatically build mining stations. You can do that in your shipyard in the same way you built the science ship. Yeah, you're behind a bit. Well, I'm behind a bit. Either way, yeah. You know the drill. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh, that's nice. Let's do that.
System survey concluded.
Another system down. Oop, I'm gonna pause for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
So I can take my other construction ship, or my other construction ship. Go
So
behind
click
the
that one. Now you could do that directly, but that's a lot of clicking because there's a lot of things to do. Keep going over all the way over to the right on the button list, to the rightmost button under the construction ship.
What?
You know where you go click to claim a system, start claiming a system on the construction ships menu. You see how it's 5 buttons in a row?
Yeah. Yep.
The rightmost one.
Automatic construction.
Yeah, click that. Automatic construction will go find things to build mining stations on and do it.
Should I click it,
and
or
research
just
stations.
should I click a star? Or
Just click it.
Okay, it'll automatically
It's going to figure itself out from there. It's managing itself now. You just got to click the button and it's good. So it's going to start by, you see how you have some resources unexploited in Sol? It's going to start by doing those, and then it's going to move forward.
Updated.
You also have been offered an event chain habitable world survey. It's not a big deal either way you go here, right? There's various decisions you're going to be offered. This is a very early one, and there's no wrong answer, right? Just look at the options, look at what it's asking for, and decide what you want to do. Basically, do you want to do that, or do you just want to take a small sum of Unity and say, I don't care? If you're ever unsure, the way I like to make decisions is I look at it from the lens of the Empire. If I was actually in their boots as their leader, what would I pick? I'd personally, with my current Empire and yours, I'd say go survey stuff and find out if there's more habitable worlds out there because it's new to them. But whatever you want to do, if you want to focus more on mechanics, be my guest, right? It's however you want to play.
Construction completed.
Hey, construction completed. Oh, hold on. 3 pop-ups here.
Lots of pop-ups all at
Hey,
once.
we expanded! Wow!
Alright, you have a new system. So that system is now yours. Right, so that means your construction ships can now claim the resources in there, and it also means you can now colonize Alpha Centauri. I'll let you pick your trades, and then we'll talk a bit about that.
Alright, colonizing time.
To colonize a planet, since you already know the planet, the easiest way to do it is to click the planet. There will be a colonize button. Click it. Well, before we click that, I may as well talk a bit about what's on the planet, I suppose. Well, you could still go through this. We may as well. It'll take time to colonize it. We could talk about the planet after that. So, let's talk about a planet. For the designation, leave it as automatic for now, because I'm going to talk about economy before I talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Obviously,
you only have one species to colonize with, so you select that. Colony, it will build a colony ship, so that's going to have a cost, right?
Yep.
It's going to be 200 food, 200 consumer goods, 200 alloys. Not the cheapest, but hey, you're colonizing a new planet. That's going to be super valuable. So yeah, go ahead and hit colonize, and what it will do is in the nearest shipyard, it will queue up a colony ship, and as soon as it's built, it'll send it over here. Feel free to give it any name you want, the default name, or hit the randomize button for an appropriate name. Thank you.
I'm kind of scared to tune into the stream and see what the hell you come up with.
So, talking about the planet itself, a planet has, if you open up Alpha Centauri 3 again, we'll talk a little bit about what we're actually seeing there. Right? What we're seeing here is what's available on the planet, right? Starting with the core infrastructure tab, then we'll go into management and see those small details. A planet has a size, of which I can't see right now. There we go. So this is a size 13 planet. That is the number of districts you can have on the planet. You see 0 out of 13 on city districts. City districts you can build up to the size of the planet limit. So, yeah. Habitability is also notable. The higher it is, the happier and less penalties you're going to have and all that. You want that to be as high as possible. 90% is great right now. So, awesome. Now, as for the actual districts and buildings section, you can see you have 4 types of districts: city, generator, mining, and agriculture. Every planet's going to have these. City districts represent, urban operations in general. They can do a lot of different things depending on how you set them up. The other ones produce your basic resources, and they are limited. Tell Hoenn that there's a void dweller in the chat saying to rush orbital habitats. I don't think that's meta anymore. I mean, it is if you're doing fortress habitats in multiplayer war, but we're not. I kind of hate those because they're stupid. But anyways, we're not getting into multiplayer meta bullshit. That's not fun for me anyways. Go ahead and go to the management tab. We'll talk about why the number of generator, mining, and agriculture districts are different from the number of city districts.
Hold on, wait a minute. I have good news, Hoenn, I would like to share.
Oh no.
I have good news I would like to share. You know that cool tournament in Sandusky, Ohio?
Yeah.
We have set the record for the fastest time hitting 300 attendees.
Wow.
Hooray, wow.
We need Riptide to keep growing.
I mean, it's only about a week faster than last year, but still, hey, it's faster. And we were behind last year for most of the season. To be fair, last season we had a big jump in signups early because StartGG had new fees changing a couple days or the days after. But
pain.
I don't
But
know
also
about
fair.
Kirby Air Riders. I'm sorry. That would be boss man question. Shoot that to the email. Be like, hey, Aaron, Kirby Air Riders. Okay, sorry. You said doesn't match. Owen.
Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to respond to Devin real quick. Anyways, right. Go. Oh wait, I'm looking at my screen. I'm like, why did Kraken close that? Yeah, because I'm looking at my screen, not his. Duh. Anyways, go to the management tab and we'll talk about the small details you saw.
Mm-hmm. Because there's dense forest, I would have to destroy it.
Well, Yeah, for some of those. So this is the details of why your empire has different numbers of generator, mining, and agriculture districts. Those basic resource districts, you can't just grow food anywhere, right? It's not necessarily possible to grow reasonable quantities of food in a desert, typically. So the natural resources determine how many of a given resource you can, how many districts of a given basic type you can have. At the very top here, you have 3 of them that are blocked by dense jungles. By clearing those, once you colonize it, for energy credits and a bit of time, you'll unlock the thing underneath it, which makes more districts available. Specifically, dense jungle it's blocking whatever icon is there, so +1 agriculture district, so it's blocking 1 agriculture district. It's also blocking 1 district in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But beyond that, if you scroll down, you'll see the other ones that give different bonuses. The one with a golden border, Dust Caverns, is kind of special, and the other one. Bye, Mav. You'll find more about those later. Not a bad thing at all. Yeah, that actually makes this an encouraging world to build generators on. But I'm not going to worry about that too much. We're not going to really get into the details of that yet. Yeah, either way, that's why you have differing available amounts of districts of different kinds. You can close that. You don't need to worry about the editing sectors right now.
I was just looking. Don't worry.
I didn't know if it was a mistake or not. Oh, and if you want that weird outline that appeared on the map to disappear, bottom right-hand corner, you see how the icons, there's some icons that are orange and some that are blue in the bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, the one on the bottom, not that one. Far bottom left first. Bottom row, first one. Sectors map mode, click that. Yes, click sectors map mode. There you go.
I was just spamming.
Yeah, those that first square of 4, you can have any of those on or off that you want. They toggle. The other 8, you can only have one of those active. Whichever one's clicked is active. And yeah, that top one apparently toggles between how much detail you want to have. I recommend show available resources so you know which resources are taken and which aren't. And if you ever want to see which resources have been claimed, hold left alt and it'll show ones that are available that have been claimed in green. But yeah, whatever you want to do, right? So a colony ship's on its way to Alpha Centauri. What I suggest you do from here is use your available construction ship to claim other systems, like that one with the archaeology site and the bunch of resources would not be a bad idea. Try to claim this little bubble of systems around you, right? So you have all of those. It'll take a bit. You have 187 influence. It costs about 75 influence to claim one. So you can't claim super rapidly, but, work towards claiming the valuable systems as you see fit. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and unpause, and we'll talk a little bit about economy as we get a little closer to colonizing. Probably once colonization's complete, we'll talk about how an economy works and why you can't buy infinite candles or something, whatever that.
We're taking over the whole world, Hawin. What do you mean?
Well, you still need to have an economy to take over the galaxy. Sorry, even the determined exterminators know that.
If I exterminate everybody, then I don't need an economy.
What about caring for your people?
You think I care about the people, Hoenn?
We have detected an
I mean, this is
anomaly.
why you're a terrible leader. Yeah, that's what I would have taken too.
An alien nation is hailing us.
Hold on, I gotta reads.
Oh, you completed first contact. You have encountered the Curator Order, which is one of many enclaves that exist in the game. Basically, these are groups that you can pay energy credits and get benefits from. These guys help you with research.
Damn,
But yeah, you've established contact with them. How the hell did I don't even know if they just do this shit sometimes. You can click their icon. You can also quickly find them at any point. From the right-hand side, there's a button called Contacts, where you can see all other empires you've established contact with. The left-hand side, sorry, not right.
Okay, I'm like, you're lying to me. Why are you lying to me? Hold on.
Listen, I got it swapped around.
No one doesn't know his left and rights.
Yeah, I know.
Damn, they have the borders closed to me. Wow.
They kind of do that to everyone.
Wow.
But yeah, if you hit diplomacy, you could talk to the curator order, and I believe they'll offer you, like, for 500 energy credits, will boost your research for 10 years or something, which is not a bad thing to take. Not even that much. It goes up over time, but it is a fixed cost for 10 years. There you go. So you now have the bonus. And that'll help you. That's not a bad thing. I always enjoy running into the curators because they're very helpful. They are not a normal empire. They just have a couple stations scattered throughout the galaxy. They don't claim the systems they're in, so you could claim them. They can be destroyed, but typically the AI doesn't destroy them unless they're like a determined exterminator or something, which, as you can probably guess by the name, they kind of act funny.
They want to blow everybody up.
They don't like people, they're mean.
Me IRL, I mean, what?
Thank you, Kraken.
Damn. What, you can't believe you're telling us that you have insider information. You're, shake my head, being under NDA moment.
Oh boy, size 23 volcanic world.
Another one?
Another one? What are you talking about?
I thought you said you had another volcanic world a little bit ago.
Oh, I must have already mentioned it. I forgot about it.
Did I have to manually build
System
a
survey concluded.
Colony ship? No,
yeah.
it should. No,
Oh, I
it's
see
already,
it. It's already there.
oh, no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
already
being
there.
worked on. It just takes a while.
Oops, another first contact.
Construction completed. System survey concluded.
My colony ship just went. Oh yeah.
Good stuff. Are you looking for the aliens in the Procreon system?
What?
The first contact
Oh, no, I
event, was
didn't- I
that why
didn't.
you were in the system?
No, I'm not even in the system. I was just surveying it.
That's understandable.
Construction completed. Colony establishment has begun.
Okay, hold on. Gotta reads.
Congratulations, you have established your first colony. Now, when a colony is initially established, it takes a while for them to actually set up. so you can't really do much but wait for it. But you do get a small event choice for the first colony. The options available to you depend on your empire's ethics, so you have 2 or 3 choices. Pick a bonus. It doesn't really matter what you pick.
Oh. Okay. First steps to destroying Owen.
Uh-huh.
Mwahaha. I mean, what?
Good luck with that.
Oops.
So the volcanic world has pre-FTLs on it. That's interesting.
Construction completed.
Hey, terraform.
That could be useful in the future. Oh, it's a toxic one. Toxics you'll find lots of, but you typically won't get much use out of them because you have to do certain circumstances to actually be able to terraform a toxic world. Now Mars, on the other hand, that's a standard candidate, so that one you'll be able to do. Later in the game, though. Much later. You don't even know how to terraform a regular planet yet.
God damn it, Envoy! Fix your shit. Learn to decode languages. Damn it.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
New research time.
Stroke of luck in first contact.
I'll just take the quick one.
Hey, more resources from orbital mining stations is not a bad thing. There's a good bit of resources you can extract from those kind of things.
System survey concluded.
Lots of sound effects, hold on.
Take your time. You can also right-click those kinds of things that just outright dismiss them.
I did.
So you found what appears to be another empire.
Hell yeah. Is it yours?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
System survey concluded.
I know we're pretty close, so it might be.
Oop, another one trying to establish contact. If I hit enter enough, does it work?
No. How did you get this event this early? Okay, fine. I'm a little jealous, but okay. Whatever. Hit end communications. They'll contact you again later.
Hold on. I
Freaking
gotta pause.
2206? I think that's the earliest I've ever seen that fire.
Oh no, god damn it. Whoops. Didn't mean Twitch jumped and I deleted the wrong message. God damn it. Whoopsie. At least it was an old message. Okay, we'll end communications. I'll stop spamming the button, Howen. Do I have this? I keep pressing spacebar, as in,
It is actually
boy.
the pause button in Stellaris 2. The problem
doesn't
is it
work.
doesn't work in multiplayer.
uh,
So if you were in single player, that would pause and unpause your game. And yes, I've been doing it too. It's like, I want to pause. It don't work.
that's a hoy moment. I keep pressing. I was like, ah, god damn it.
It's not a Hoy moment. I think it's a paradox
I think it's
moment.
paradox moment. Yeah.
I don't even blame you. It's a good design. But yeah, that's why I told you to click, because I've screwed myself over with that a couple times in the past.
Another.
In
another
Seoul, it's probably another enclave. Typically, enclaves, for whatever reason, just trigger on your capital system. I don't know why.
Interesting. Game do be going. We do
I don't-
like game be going.
Yeah.
We learning. God damn it. Every time. Why? Oh, it's because I haven't finished doing it yet. That's why. Duh. That makes sense.
You can't claim something that's not fully surveyed.
Yeah. Well, I was just adding it to the
A
queue.
new
It wasn't
world has
even.
been colonized.
Hey, new world has been colonized. We did it.
Oh, is it fully colonized?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to use the restroom, and then I'm going to explain.
Oh, you paused. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to hit the restroom, so give me a second, then I'll explain.
No pissing, Howen.
Right.
Piss yourself right now.
No.
I'm gonna read. Oh, I'm out of water. I'm gonna get water. We'll both be right back, friends. What game be? Not right now on tips. Howen just briefing me right now. We are very early in. But thank you. Later on, maybe, but not right.
Okay, let's talk about the new colony. Let's talk about Alpha Centauri. You here? Okay, Kraken's gone.
I got one.
Hi, Kraken.
The Pokemon type chart is beating my mom's ass.
Is your mom learning how to play Pokemon?
Well, it's Pokemon Go, one of the field thing for her to do was to get a super effective move. And she's like, "Can you tell me how to do that?" I'm like, "Well, you need a battle, and you'd have to know the Pokemon, and then use Pokemon type chart." She's like,
And your mom can't read the type chart.
I didn't show her the type chart. I just told her to Google it, and she's like, "No, I want to do this. Just do it for me." Like, no.
Put some basic effort in.
Just Google machine, please. Okay. Yes. Something.
Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. Ah. Okay. Let's talk about a planet. That colony specifically. So we talked about the base of your planet. We'll start on the infrastructure tab and talk about the new stuff that's on here whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Well, I need you to open the infrastructure tab and close the thing in the way. There we go. All right. So, colony, right? People have now moved in, founded the basic cities, and live on this planet, right? There's a bunch of different things on here. Starting with the top bar, I'm going to explain what those icons mean from left to right. Starting with the scales, with the 85%, that is your planet's stability. Stability overall represents how stable the planet is. And I don't mean like earthquake shit. I mean like, are the people going to revolt out of anger?
It's political.
The higher it is, the better, the more stuff you get. For example, you have 21% more resources from jobs right now because it's very stable. The next number, 103, is the number of people currently living on that planet, 103, which is pretty small, and I will explain why that is somewhat problematic later, but there's ways to solve that. The third one is crime. Crime is bad. They take your resources and shit. You have no crime, so that's good. The next one is available housing, which that not being negative is good. It means you don't have homeless people. After that is amenities. This represents things like entertainment and other shit people need to get things done. Public transport, whatever. So keeps people happy and keeps things running.
Mhm.
It presumably would involve things like water, electricity to homes, things like that. After that, we have... What does that icon represent again? I'm freaking blinking. Available jobs, right. The 97 means that's the number of jobs available. Now, the thing was just colonized, so you don't have enough pops to fill all the jobs right away. That's pretty normal. So, yeah. And then the last one is denizens. In other words, the number of people who... They're not unemployed, because that doesn't exist in Stellaris anymore. They're holding jobs that you didn't create, so they'll take any job that's available, basically. Think of them as doing other miscellaneous jobs, basically. Mm-hmm. So, in general, one very... You know what? I'm just going to explain this in a different order. Let's talk about producing stuff. So, you have two... is that one or two? Yeah, 2 city districts that were built automatically when you colonized the planet. I don't remember why you got a second one, but I don't really care. And you have none of the other ones. Districts, as you can see, go ahead and keep hovering right there. This will tell you the details about what you're getting from them. You can also hover over the build button to see the details. The districts give you... It's basically infrastructure for a certain thing. For example, if you hover over... Sure, we'll stay on mining districts, right? That gives you infrastructure for housing and mining jobs. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, agriculture would be housing and agriculture jobs, and generator would be generator jobs, technician jobs as they're called, and housing. Those produce those basic resources. But if you hover over the city district, you'll notice it doesn't give any jobs, it just gives housing. Here's why. Cities are unique in the sense that they can be set up to produce pretty much anything you want except basic resources. You see that specialization available button? If you click that, we could see some options here, and I'll explain that once it shows up on stream at least.
Urban expansion, mixed industry, heavy industry.
Yeah. Basically, you can select 2 specializations for the city districts. Hover over heavy industry as an example, or any of them except like urban. Whichever one you want, doesn't really matter.
We'll do heavy industry. Or hover
so what that does is when you specialize, it gives you 3 building slots, which I'll explain what those are later, and it modifies what you have from your city districts. Per district, you lose 200 housing. You'll still have plenty of housing. And you gain 100 metallurgist jobs. So basically, having 2 city districts, that's mean from what you have now, you lose 400 housing and gain 200 metallurgist jobs, which produce alloys. You can then, of course, what specialization you pick determines what you get, and you can have 2 of these. So, for example, if you wanted to go all in on alloys, you could specialize both as heavy industry, and you'd get 200 metallurgist jobs per city district, as an example. You can also mix and match in whatever way you want, right? Urban expansion is the only one that doesn't give jobs. It just gives building slots that can be used for a lot of different things, and housing. It's pretty niche, honestly. We don't really use it for much. But yeah, they give different things. You don't need to specialize it right this second. That's something you probably want to take a moment to think about. But yeah, lots of different things for lots of different jobs to produce different things. In general, your options are a mix of alloys and consumer goods, mixed industry. Alloys, consumer goods. Archives, which is typically only used on the early game. One of your districts on your capital's archives, because it's a mix of Unity and tech. It's so your capital can produce everything from the get-go, because it needs to. All research, focused on one specific type of research, physics, society, engineering. Soldiers, which you consume alloys to produce Unity and make the planet harder to take. Unity stuff, and trade production. Basically the core resources we talked about, right? You could set your districts to produce the 8 core resources: basic, manufactured, and intangibles. So the other thing you get is building slots. You see the 5 pluses, the boxes with pluses under city districts?
Yeah.
Those are building slots. Go ahead and click one of them. Doesn't matter which. We're just going to look at them. Building slots let you build buildings. Some buildings, like the one you're hovering over now, just gives you jobs. gives you 200 metallurgist jobs. So it's similar to a district, but it takes a building slot instead of a district, which is useful when you don't have enough districts. Others may give modifiers. I don't think you have any. Well, luxury residences might qualify, actually. Medical center is actually a good one to look at, sure. Luxury residences, briefly, that gives more housing and amenities, and it just gives a flat bonus. It doesn't require jobs. Not a bad thing to build if you're running out of amenities, which you're actually pretty low on, so you might want to consider, at least temporarily, building a luxury residence in one of those building slots. I wouldn't build anything that gives jobs yet, because we got to talk a little bit about how jobs work, because there's a very easy pitfall to fall in. But if you want to build a luxury residence, I'd actually recommend it, because that doesn't use jobs. It just gives people nice housing and makes them happy. But if you don't, it's fine. Cool. So that's your build queue that it popped up in. Things build in the order listed. In 320 something days, it'll be built. Anyways, we can go to the management tab now. Oh, one other thing on buildings. The specialization that the building slots are in determines what you can build in them. So for example, if you specialized heavy industry, you got those 3 slots, you'd only be able to build alloy related buildings in there. You can't go build a research lab in that slot. The core 5 that are available there, along with your capital building, you could put pretty much anything you want in them though. Anyways, go ahead and go back to management now. And yes, you can't specialize certain areas until you A, have a district of that type, and B, have the necessary tech. So planetary features is the same as before. It's all still there. You'll notice that you can't clear those blockers yet. That's because you need a certain technology to do those. Yes, you could technically change your capital, but that's kind of pointless, especially right now. And you can also see your population on this tab. So the key thing to remember is that a planet, all those districts and buildings you're building, right? You know what they give you? Common mistake of new players. Oh, if I build this forge building, it's going to give me alloys because it's, metallurgist stuff, right? Yes and no. It doesn't just produce alloys. It gives you infrastructure, jobs, so people can work those jobs to produce alloys. If you don't have anyone to work the jobs, you're not getting any alloys. Common mistake. Happens all the times and can really hurt your economy, because guess what? Those buildings have upkeep. You have to maintain them. It costs energy credits. And they'll just build all this stuff and they won't get, and their pops will go flock to certain jobs and other jobs will be neglected, and it causes their whole economy to get out of whack and go kaboom. So you got to be careful with how much stuff you build. Specifically looking at the economy tab right now, you could see you don't have much. So in fact, explaining that might be a little easier if you click Earth and go to the economy tab and we look at a more filled out one. You can click it in the outliner instead of having to do that, by the way. Yeah,
Gotcha.
This is a much more filled out economy tab. Jobs, the economy tab shows your jobs. You have 3 stratas. Elites represent not like the overall ruler or governor of the planet, but like the high level people who do a lot of work. So typically politicians. Yes, I know. It's kind of whatever. They're still useful to have. Specialists are usually those who are transforming things from one thing to another. They're doing more advanced jobs. So this includes anything that's not producing basic resources, really. So the intangibles and the manufactured. And workers produce basic resources. Lastly, at the bottom, you have civilians. These are people who are not working a more advanced job, and you have 2,100 civilians. The nice thing is that they're going to see that there's open jobs on a nearby planet and go, I want to move there, and they're going to move there. If you go to the management tab on Earth, I'll actually explain a bit about pop growth now because it'll make more sense here. That green number, right, if you hover over that, that'll tell you your pop growth month. And yes, you do have some blockers you can clear on Earth if you want, right? That growth per month is how many people are effectively born per month on the planet in the numbers we're looking at anyways.
Damn, only 5,000 people. I guess humans really fucked up somewhere in the near future.
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure the numbers are way lower than they normally and accurately would be. And a couple versions ago, the numbers were way lower. A planet with 27 people was a really big planet. Yes, 27.
I'm sure
They took
some zeros.
it was an
off.
abstraction. It was an abstraction, yeah. They took all the numbers and multiplied them by 100, but even so, it's still, not off realism. Still, it makes a little more sense to say 5,400, right? It makes a little more sense this way, at least. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, so key thing is that pops will always try to move up to a higher stratum job when available. So if, for example, you can't force pops to move over because you're egalitarian, but when the pops get to Alpha Centauri, speaking of Alpha Centauri, you might be wondering, how do you get more pops over there? So normally that's, people just being born. The problem is there's so few people, the growth rate's going to be terrible. If you go to the management tab, you could probably see that.
Yeah, it even says it's low population.
This is normal for a new colony. Completely normal. The growth is only gonna, you see the estimated growth is 0.24, but its population change is +5. Then the actual growth is going to be really low until you reach 1,000. Then it's pretty much going to be self-sustaining. These colonies have to be helped early on, which is normal, right? It's a brand new colony on a new planet, right? It's not exactly a bustling metropolis yet. It kind of makes sense, even if we're talking in the sense of founding a new town somewhere in medieval times or something. But you have +5 pop growth. That is coming from people migrating from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, civilians will try to find open jobs anywhere in your empire and move there. It also helps that your species has the migratory trait, or whatever it's called. Basically, they like to move. They are more likely to automatically move to a new planet when jobs are available. So this will fill up as you have open jobs available. Right now you have about 97 available, so they're going to fill up until that's full. Then what you do is you build more jobs, and then they continue to move over. The biggest thing is to not build too many, because if you build too many too quickly, you're going to have all that upkeep and no production. Right? The biggest thing that you got to think about, and you can take some time to think about it, is what do you want this planet to do and produce for you? Here's how I think about it. First thing I do is I look at the basic resources. Is this planet particularly good at any basic resource production? Well, there's a lot of agriculture, yes, but food isn't typically such an important thing that I dedicate an entire planet to it early on, so I'd probably ignore that. The district numbers are pretty low, but we saw some pretty valuable energy credit deposits, so maybe energy credits could be one of the things that you get producing on this planet. You've also got 122 of them, though, per month, so maybe you don't need that. Alternatively, you could have it produce other things you need more of. The manufactured and intangibles are pretty much always something you need more of. Consumer goods are incredibly important because pretty much every job uses consumer goods as upkeep. Alloys are important for building ships and such to defend yourself and expand. So they're one of the most important 3 resources. Unity and tech are also incredibly important resources. Those are kind of the 4 core important resources. Trade and the others, I mean, consumer goods can be lumped in this. Trade, food, consumer goods, pretty much just make sure you don't have a negative amount of them. Minerals you want a decent flow of so you can build things, because most things you build require minerals. Energy credits you want a decent flow of just so that you're not going bankrupt or something because it's upkeep and such. Does that make sense in a nutshell?
Yes.
Cool. So take some time to think about it. Decide what all you want to do on this planet. It could be multiple things. In the long run, the most ideal thing is each world specialized to one thing, but that's not necessarily realistic, and if you don't want to do that, it's not a big deal. Again, it's such a low difficulty that you can do whatever you want, really. I kind of set it up that way. We don't need problems for Kraken while he's trying to figure out how the game works. But yeah, once you know what you want to produce here first, we can tweak your planet a little bit to be better at doing that and get it ready to produce that.
Well, I feel like with the dust caverns, that being special, we probably should go generator district. That would make sense.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think doing generators and one other thing would not be a bad idea. Why don't we do that for now? Build a generator district, so you'll have, once it's done building, You got some time, right? The luxury residence will build first. Go ahead and queue it up now. Then you'll have 300 jobs.
I think I should put it up over it.
Not necessarily, because that's just going to be infrastructure for jobs. And the more people you have living there, the more amenities you need. So I think the amenities are a more pressing concern, personally.
Okay.
Especially since you've got open jobs already.
Do I have open jobs? I have 103 people, but... Oh,
You
it
have
says that's
97 open
available.
jobs.
Okay. So on top of who's... Alright, so I have 200 total jobs open. 97
Yes,
are
because
available. Okay, I was thinking it was... We were actually short jobs. Short 5 jobs or whatever. Okay. Yeah.
That means you have available positions. You don't have enough people to work them, or they haven't moved in if it's just newly built, which is not the case here. You don't have enough people. But again, they're coming from Earth, so it'll resolve itself over time. Basically, you're good, right? This is also why I didn't have you poking with your home planet. One tip for the future on new games. Common mistake people make. They start building a bunch of stuff on their home world, and they run out of civilians, and they colonize a planet, and who's going to move to that new planet now? Nobody. They don't have civilians. And it kind of slows them down a lot. So that's why I didn't have you do stuff. We're going to have you use about 1,000 pops on each guaranteed habitable. So you have about 100 available civilians for stuff on Earth. In other words, you probably shouldn't build anything here right now. If you start having a housing or an amenity issue, pop a luxury housing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
Pokemon, go to the polls.
Cool. Unpause when ready. Economy's a complicated beast.
It
I'm
always
sure there will
is.
be more questions and problems and whatnot, but it's pretty rewarding. At some point, I'll have to explain workforce and such, but there's no need to discuss that right now, honestly. Oh, yes, I'll also warn you, on consumer goods, your species is wasteful, meaning they consume more consumer goods than normal. So just keep that in mind. It's only 5% more, so it's not an end-of-the-world thing, but humans are humans.
Situation log has been updated.
So you got a special project. You can find details about that on the left-hand side in the situation log. You don't have to research that right now. It might also
Construction
take a long
completed.
while, so you might actually end up waiting on it. The situation log on the bottom tab. There you go. Trace the source available. Yeah, it's just going to take a flat amount of time, 6 months. You can if you want.
I did.
System survey concluded.
I've got my colonies spinning up too.
Oh, there's another fleet here.
You zoom in on the system and see what it is.
Munchars. Oh, they're
Oh.
on this planet.
They're hovering over the gas giant. Well, what do they look like?
Unknown.
Well, I mean, what do the things look like? They're definitely
Look at fucking squids.
Splatoon reference.
The squids are here.
Well, go ahead and start investigating first contact with them. You'll find out what they are.
I am.
Cool. Cool. If you already got an envoy signed, then you're good.
Research concluded.
Let's pause a
Yeah,
second.
that's
here.
fine. That's perfectly fine. That's not an issue or a threat. Nope.
Oh, no. That's, That's fine, though.
The special project has concluded.
Oh, shit. Hello.
What happened? Oh, yes, them. I'll let you approach this one. Kraken found a magical space person.
I guess until next time.
Situation log has been updated.
One of the many story events, kind of, you'll encounter.
I probably should wait to do that then, huh?
I mean, not necessarily. Like, that one's not going to kick your ass or anything.
Oh, it says it will provide it'll be a dangerous challenge.
Oh. Shrug.
Okay.
It will, if you do the thing, it'll take 45 months and you will not progress on your society research in that time because they're redirected to the special project.
That's fine. We'll try.
Cool. I'm unpausing.
We have detected an anomaly.
Hey, wait a minute. Someone might know why I said it. Go back and check why I said, hey, wait a minute.
Kraken spying on my stream.
No. What happened on my stream?
Did Kraken advance his first contact event?
Never mind.
I would suggest finishing up the existing tree first. Empire size reduction is always a very good thing. Empire size, once it gets above 100, it starts increasing the costs of your traditions and your technologies. It represents basically needing more bureaucratic effort to get shit done because of how big you are.
Yeah.
Your current size can be seen to the right of your technology. For you right now, it is 78. It can never go below 50. It doesn't really matter though, because anything between 50 and 100 is the same.
Noted. I will Aim for that next fort.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
I got a few things here.
Yeah, go for it. Maybe I should have picked the other funny empire.
Oh, is that you, Hohen? Look at that. Your character design.
Maybe.
God damn it, Hohen. Now we gotta fight.
What, you gonna fight me? You gonna actually try to fight me?
Let's go, Hohen. Let's fight it out, buddy.
Okay, good luck.
Construction completed. Construction completed.
Wait, actually?
An alien nation is
Hey, a
hailing us.
visitor. Wow.
Visitor. Oh, yes, another enclave. Our efforts to decipher the signals picked up from the Omega
Construction
aliens have paid off,
completed.
and we have finally made breakthrough. While our mastery of their language may not be complete, we have managed to successfully open diplomatic channels with the civilization we now know to be known as the United Nations of Earth.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, you get to deal with me.
We are being hailed.
Time to prepare hostilities. Fine, I'll be nice.
Kraken's sitting here, the gears turning in his head.
I'll be nice, Owen. Hey, you're up here.
Here's the nice part: you have the big friend watching over you as a result, instead of the big friend kicking your ass.
This time, I'll be nice. Future times, I may not be.
Let me pull out my fanatic xenophobe empire for those times.
I won't tell you when they happen.
Well, how about I just pull out the asshole empires every time then? Probably not.
We did it. Oh, I have no available jobs. I probably should do that. I should fix that.
You figured out what you want to do with Alpha Centauri yet? Oh wait, we did talk about that generator. One thing you can do, on the screen for the planet, there should be an auto-designated button.
Hold on.
Ah, yes.
The world is bleeding.
It doesn't like what you named it.
Sure. Okay. Anyways.
There should be an... If you go to the planet, there should be an auto-designated button.
Mhm. I should make
How
it
do you find
a
your other...
generator world.
Yeah, you'll notice that that gives you more output to your generator jobs.
Cool.
If you end up producing something else on the planet, you could change it to that or whatever. You can only have one designation pick though, so whatever is more important for you on that planet. It can be changed freely at any time though, so whatever you think makes sense at the time.
System
fine.
survey concluded. Research concluded.
Checks relative strength. Equivalent technology, equivalent trade, pathetic military.
Hey, I haven't built any military, okay? We're just the
Yeah,
starting military.
That's funny.
Construction completed.
Not too concerned about military right now. I don't even have much of a military either. I mean, it's better than nothing, but... You know what? Wouldn't be a terrible idea to give you a rundown on that in the near future. At least boost your initial fleet. I'm not gonna bother.
I love bleeding planets. Isn't that fun?
Oh, I saw your DMs. Was that a volcanic world?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's unique. It has a special little modifier on it. Ah, yes. You're a democracy, so it's that time of the galactic cycle again.
Yep.
The election of a new leader is underway, and you close the pop-up. Okay.
Oh,
Whatever. Well,
you gotta wait for results, anyways.
well, you can actually, if you had the pop-up still, you could watch what's going on with that.
But you
But-
can't look at closed pop-ups in this game.
We'd have to find out how to open it again. I'm not sure how you do that. I think you can do it by clicking your flag icon in the top corner. I know you can start an emergency election there in some cases. Maybe you can view ongoing
Yep,
election from.
overview.
So pop it up and I'll give it a rundown. Right, so how an election works in a democracy. Every 10 years, the election occurs. All the leaders, including some leaders that aren't even part of your thing, are included. You could see their strength listed on the sidebar. The strength of a leader is determined initially by the strength of their faction, which hasn't formed yet, so that's irrelevant yet. But basically, every leader ties in with one ethic, typically one that's in your empire, and that determines their base strength. The strength of a candidate can be increased by their level, how many council traits they have, the traits that have the little yellow things under them. Those are council traits. They only apply when they're on the council. If they are specialized to a council position, which you specialize at level 4. If they're a member of the council already, that's another 5%, and if they're the current ruler, that's 10%. Some things can also penalize them, like if they're really old and close to death, it'll penalize them. And it shows,
Doesn't seem
and
to penalize
basically,
enough in real life, they need to change that modifier.
damn. So their strength can be viewed there, right? And unless for some reason you wanted to change your president, like having the current one at the top is typically fine. But yeah, if you ever want to change who's winning, you can spend an increasing cost of unity to support a different candidate, to boost them by a small amount. It's difficult to adjust it though, especially to completely sway it in a completely random direction. That's very hard to do. But yeah. Either way, I would just let it run its course here because I don't see a reason to replace your current president with a new one unless you do. I don't, at least.
No, not right now.
Cool. Exactly. Every time someone nukes your planet, I mean, what? Now I have so many research options, it's not funny.
Hey, I wasn't ready.
I didn't touch it.
Why can't
What are you trying to do? Okay, so if it's not working, what you want to do is zoom in, zoom in on the system, and then click the button on your construction ship and hover over the star. So while on the system map,
Oh, I'm
click
lacking
that.
stuff. That's okay. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
typically it means you don't have enough influence when that happens. So you see at 58, you typically need 75-ish to claim something. It's probably something like 70, 65 with the modifiers you have. Or maybe it's 80. I don't know. Whatever. I don't remember. It's somewhere in that reasonable range. Either
I
way,
will have
also keep in mind that that system you're trying to claim is not directly connected to the rest of your empire. You need to claim Bernard Star first, realistically.
Well, I was
So-
trying to queue it after Bernard Star.
Oh, it ain't gonna like that. It's gonna charge you like a stupid amount, so it wants you to do it one at a time. I will note that. Yeah, no, never mind. We're good for now.
Interesting. Hey, look who it is.
You need to pause.
No, it's you.
Oh,
Anomalous reading.
that is me. Hello. I up here.
Hold on, now I do need a pause.
Yeah, take your time. I've got stuff to read and work on.
Situation log has been updated. An alien nation is hailing us.
You found the space whales.
Damn, they don't want to fight us. That's crazy. I can just beat their ass and they just wouldn't care.
They're peaceful. They're happy.
They're happy if I'm beating their ass.
No, probably not.
No, it says right there they won't even usually do it, even if.
Oh, that's fair.
Even if attacked. Did you pause it?
No, you did.
It says I did. I swear I clicked on pause it, but okay.
Nope.
Swear it's lying to me. I want to go back and watch the tape. Me unclicking it.
Kraken watches the tape and realizes he lied to himself.
Like the third or fourth time at least where I swear I've clicked something and it just didn't.
Is it time for factions already? Did you get your factions yet?
I got the faction notification.
Construction completed.
Alright, I can explain those when you're ready.
Go for it.
Go ahead and open up your factions tab, which is part of the government thing. You can also access it through the outliner. You have a new thing with a 1 on it.
Oh, I'm in the faction. Wait, what?
Okay. Well, you only have 1 for now. I'm not sure where your Xenophile faction went, but you typically get 1 for each ethic you have. Probably just not enough people. So, shrug, doesn't really matter too much. Simply put, factions represent your people. Think of them effectively as political parties, but the simulation isn't very deep or anything. It's kind of an area people have been harking on the devs to improve a bit. But what it is for now is pretty simple. Each pop belongs to a faction, right? In this case, it's the egalitarian faction, the Democratic Reform Society. The group has demands. Demands that are currently met are green. They either don't penalize you or they provide you a faction approval bonus. Ones that are not currently met are red. They either don't provide any sort of benefit or penalty, so minus 0%, or they provide a penalty if it's really against what you said. The higher the approval and the bigger the size of the faction party, not only are the pops happier when their party's demands are met, which, you know, influences stability and shit, but it also increases the amount of unity you get out of it. Now, it says you have about 500 pops in the party, but there's way more than 500 pops in your empire.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. It'll sort itself out at some point. If you want to solve that red point, what they're asking you to do is basically change your policy for subjugation from war to benevolent, which you could do from policies and edicts if you want to. Or you can just ignore them and not care because you have very high approval from them already.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. Use that as a extra boost in the future if needed.
Fair enough. In general, you don't really have to pay too close attention to these guys, honestly. The only time I start paying attention is if I start noticing problems, because they typically don't cause problems either way. Oh yes, there's also sometimes yellow bubbles. For example, if you end up with a Xenoist faction, Xenophile, if that pops up at some point, you'll probably have a yellow one for ruler has empire ethic. Basically, it means it's not met, but it's also not egregiously bad, because only one person can be the ruler, and that one person can only be part of one faction, right? So the rest of them kind of have to say, as long as it's not the opposite ethic, it's fine. In other words, if the Xenophile group would say, as long as the ruler's not a xenophobe, it's fine. Because every ethic has an opposite. Egalitarian has authoritarian as its opposite, materialist has spiritualist as its opposite, pacifist has militarist as its opposite, and xenophile has xenophobe as its opposite. Typically, empires don't necessarily get along with those that have opposing ethics. Not to say it's impossible, especially if one of them is xenophile. Given you have a xenophile, you'll probably be fine with a lot of empires you encounter. You might even convince the xenophobes to be nice. But we're a little ahead of ourselves on that front. We don't even know if there's any xenophobes anywhere near here. There might not even be any in the galaxy, because that's up to generation. And while I know what I picked and I know what you picked, I have no clue what the AI picked. The only thing I know is there's a spiritualist fallen empire. And that doesn't really mean much.
System survey concluded. Construction completed.
New faction is formed.
Probably your Xenophile faction just lagging behind a bit.
Xeno Liberty Party.
Yep, that would be your Xenophile group. The name's a little random each time, but the icon's always the easy tell, and what they're asking for. Yep, you got some reds. They also want benevolent subjugation. They want you to be in a federation, which is something that would take a while. And they want you to get an enclave in your borders, which is, yeah. Some of those you can't necessarily meet, right? As long as they're not unhappy, it's fine, right? That's the key point. You're not necessarily going to be able to meet all those, right? Forming a federation, that's a very close bond with another empire. That will take time. Even if you wanted to do it with me, it would take time. It's not something we just instantly do.
New Ascension perk available.
You completed the whole thing. Okay. When you complete a tree, not only do you get the finisher effect, which you can see by hovering over the tree, you gain an Ascension perk point. Ascension perks are incredibly powerful bonuses, of which you can have 8. The first 2 you pick are usually more restrictive than the others because you have less options. The third one you pick is always, well, mechanically at least, the smart decision is to pick an Ascension perk, which unlocks an Ascension tree. And then after that, you unlock a lot of other perks, including ambitions, which we're not getting into right now. What I encourage you to do is read through them and tell me what you think you would want to pick out of the available options.
Right now, I feel like Interstellar Dominion makes sense.
It's not terrible. The biggest thing is that it's got a high opportunity cost because there's a lot of very powerful perks. In the past, One Vision used to be incredibly strong. I don't think it's an auto pick anymore. Technological Ascendancy is not terrible because while it doesn't say it on there, it unlocks policies that give a bonus to research speed in all categories. Mastery of Nature effectively gives you 2 extra districts on every planet and helps you get more out of planets that you really want to get, like lots of generator stuff or something on, but there's not a lot of options. Interstellar Dominion probably wouldn't be terrible here. There's not a lot of choices that jump out at me, so yeah. I would probably pick one of Interstellar Dominion, Mastery of Nature, One Vision, or Technological Ascendancy.
We're gonna go with the gut.
Go for it. It's your first game. There's probably some wrong answers, but honestly, you could literally pick any of these and you'd be fine. This will help you expand faster. Just don't colonize a shitload of planets. Remember, expanding too fast is the #1 way people implode themselves. You can claim the planets and just not colonize them right away.
Yes, I have not colonized anything else yet. I probably will here for Sirius, just because we have enough population right now. But that'll probably be my last one. For
oh yeah, you only have. Oh yeah, definitely colonize your guaranteed capitals right away. because as long as you're not spamming the heck out of your capital, you usually have the pops to take advantage of that. And you should. Ooh, it's 1050.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
I screwed that up.
You're not allowed to screw up, Kraken.
Ancient caretakers. Hello, friends. Oh, we have an open border with you. I don't care. You're all the way over. You're by Colin. You're not by me.
How'd you get them to like you enough to open your borders? Oh, these guys. Yeah, they open their borders to everyone. I thought you were talking about the other guys. You found the other fallen empire. On a standard-sized galaxy like this one, there's two.
And we got them both right off a rip, and they're pretty close to me.
That might be fun later. And when I say fun, I mean not fun. But that would be late game, so we don't need to worry about that right now.
What do you mean by that, Hoenn?
I mean, you can't ignore your military for the whole game.
Well, if they're fallen empire and I'm not attacking them, you know, they're not gonna do anything, right? Right?
Yeah.
Oop, I got multiple pop-ups. Oh, I got a wormhole.
Pop-ups. Or let me ping Kraken like 67 times.
An alien nation is hailing us.
Oh, they're there.
Mi conderana, please.
Construction completed.
We got the other, one of the other human factions here.
Oh, yes, the Commonwealth of Man. So the Commonwealth of Man is an empire that spawns whenever the United Nations of Earth spawns, or vice versa. Because you selected UNE, the Commonwealth showed up. Basically, the general idea is that in the past, a wormhole appeared on the edge of the solar system, and your predecessors sent out a bunch of colony ships, like 6 of them. 5 of them went boom. 1 of them, well,
Mi conderana,
here we
please.
are, Colony of Man.
They hate us. Why do they gotta hate us? They apparently blocked off my ship.
Closed borders.
My ship has to...
Well, if you want to try to play nice with them, which probably isn't the hardest thing to do, go ahead and click their flag on the map.
Mi conderana, please.
Yeah, I got it.
Not-
And improve
that's not
relations
that.
stuff. I gotcha.
Yeah. See if you could play nice with them. Probably not a terrible idea given that you're both humans. The key thing with Xenophobe is Xenophobe normally dislikes other empires because they're aliens. You're not aliens to them though, are you?
No, we're both human.
Exactly. And normally that doesn't count because the game still internally considers the species different IDs, even if you forcibly make them the exact same design and everything. This is the exception. Lost Colony is the exact same species, which is what they are. They're the Lost Colony origin. So they are literally the exact same species ID. So I think it's doable to be nice with them. If you want, they'll probably hate my guts, though. Oh, why are they hurting your relationships? Oh, they're looking for someone to attack. You better improve relationships to counteract that unless you want to go to war. Speaking of which, we're going to bolster your military right after this.
No need to do that. We'll just die. It's okay. Yeah. All efforts must be put into expansion, Helen. Through peaceful means, and then military means later.
We are being hailed.
I'm also sending you that to try to push us towards better relationships so I can form a defensive pact with you sooner. Because right now, I mean, I guess we could try the new join war system to get my ass over there, but there's not too much I can directly do.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Howen.
I did not unpause it.
I paused it right now.
I gotta reload your stream. I'm way behind, apparently. Character limit moment.
Yeah. Okay, we're. It's because it's right up against their border. That's perfect. Okay, so that's done.
Kraken,
What?
we have a sports fight.
Where?
I sent it in our DMs.
It takes me like 3 times to click the pause and unpause. Oh. Nationals and Red Game.
It's not hockey for once, it's baseball.
This hockey's not around.
I know, it's sad. Just remember the good part is Vegas didn't win.
Not much better, Howen.
Well, the Lightning didn't win either, so.
Well, at least the divisional team didn't win for you. Just conference team.
Fair.
And you didn't have a humiliating loss in the playoffs.
Well,
make
that's
best
y'all's
first-
fault.
Yep. Wasn't my fault that you guys lost the Canadian. You guys hit the Canadians. Like that just sucks for round 1, you know. But it was like a respectful loss. Like can't be completely upset about that. Thank you for sharing the bench brawling, Helen. Are you ready for me to continue?
Say again? Yeah, I'm ready to go if it means unpause.
Yep.
Construction completed. Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Oh, for the love of.
Hey, I found a cube.
Cubes.
Council agenda ready.
Anomalous readings registered.
Okay.
Cube.
Let's new agenda time. Let's launch that. New agenda.
Alright, Mr. Kraken, I am fortunately, after you finish picking your agenda, going to have to cut us off here because I have to go into work tomorrow, meaning I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning.
Shake
So I
my
have to go to
head.
bed.
Why do you have to get up? Just
Because I have to go. I have to go to the office, and then halfway through the day I got to drive to the warehouses to do stuff tomorrow.
Man, that sucks.
I mean, it's not a terrible thing. It's just we got to do things.
Alright, I am ready when you are, Holland.
I am making a save. Alright. You can close the game now.
Well, I don't need to save the game, right?
You don't. You're, of course, welcome to fiddle with the Empire Builder anytime you want, or play single player as well. But, yeah, we can play more whenever, really.
Cooperative. Oh, wow.
Cooperative mode is like multiplayer, but we both would play the same Empire.
Interesting.
And then, of course, there's just a new game for single player.
There's a lot less options when you don't have all the DLC.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hey, at the very least, several DLCs were merged in, so you have more options than you would otherwise have.
Hooray! Well, stream.
Including the most important DLC for new players, so, you know, that was a smart decision.
Banning Kraken Mare.
Shouldn't have to pay for that. Yes, that was the name of it.
Hooray! I'm glad they did that.
It was a very smart move.
Hey, the people didn't revolt in this episode, Owen.
I know, it's shocking.
We did it! We did it! We didn't have a revolution. Wait. Hey, wait a minute.
Kraken's thinking about what he's supposed to say and go, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense.
I don't think Jordan would be happy with that.
Hey, Kraken. I didn't even think to use my empire that's just robots who found one of those, one of those things pretending to be a church that's just trying to steal people's money, effectively, like a lot of churches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of designed a robot empire that found a pamphlet that's talking about that shit, and they took it as holy text and are taking it to the extreme because they don't know any better. It's very funny.
No.
It's very funny. Also, on top of that, one of the core things of spiritualists in Stellaris, like the ethic, is that the soul disappears if you become robots. So robots are horrible monsters, blah 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 blah. So you have these robots running around thinking that they're being very holy and good, and they're just pissing the hell off of everyone, out of everyone. I'm sending you a picture of it because it's funny.
Well, stream, it's time for us to go take a nap. At least Taiwan's taking a nap right now. I may take one soon. I appreciate you all coming out to stream. You all have a fantastic rest of your night. And I'll be back tomorrow with a tournament. Hooray!
Heck yeah.
Good night, everybody.